Warren Sapp, what do you think of what's going on with Kyler Murray? What is happening with Kyler Murray? What do you think?
These kids really need to understand, do not let your timeline become your lifeline, gentlemen and ladies out there in the world. Live a life that social media don't dictate what's really going on. Sometimes when I put you on fishing, I'm sitting on my couch.
Hashtag Sapp on the couch.
Just to go fishing. I mean, I'm telling you, don't let your timeline become your lifeline. And why in the hell would you, as the franchise quarterback of a franchise, unfollow them? And then what did he do? Acid wash? Was it the acid wash scrub?
Yeah, he scrubbed it all off, and then say nothing.
Saying nothing. But that is the saying.
Yeah, that is.
You've already told us.
But what is he saying? Is the point? Like, I don't know what he's saying. And
I want out. But why would you want out? And Kingsbury is basically. And I heard you earlier, and you was like, his money and whatever, and there's no question he can play. Yeah, it is. Because that playoff game, you weren't as good as your last game. And I want to know what the hell you were doing in that end zone when you flipped that ball up on that pick six. I've never seen that. We've looked at a lot of football, Rich. I've seen Dan Orlovsky run out the back of that thing with it cocked ready to throw for a safety. I've never seen that in the pocket, flip, run, click, get ready to fall, and just gift wrap 6 and you down 14? Oh, man. I watched that game, and that didn't look like an NFL quarterback.
Huh.
That didn't look like not one in the playoffs. This is the playoffs. This is the best of the best, a run for a championship. And that's your performance you put up, and then you want to scrape your Instagram of the Cardinals? Maybe the Cardinals need to wipe themselves for you, son. Because evidently you ain't on the right program. You don't do that out in the open like that. Go in there and have a conversation. When I had my first year with the Bucks and everything went crazy, we went 2-7 at the end, and Sam Weiss was running, God bless his soul, was running a 3-ring circus, and he was Ringling Brothers in the middle with the big hat. I went straight to Rich McKay. I said, no way, I can't do this. He said, calm down, big dog. Let me go get you a coach, and then you come back and see me after the new year, and we'll see where we're at. That's what you do. You go in and have a conversation with the powers to be.
Well, maybe he did, and it didn't go the way that he wanted to.
Well, then you suck it up like a grown man, and you wait for the consequences because you already know what's coming. Why alert the world?
Yeah, no, why alert the world?
Why alert the world to your problems?
That's exactly, and that's why we talk about it on shows like this and others, because why alert
But what
world.
you also alert is your minion of followers to back you of, they need to do this, they need.
I mean, what does that mean, minions of followers? If they have their contractual control on you, you need to force your way out. I mean, that's the real deal.
And you do it with the people behind you.
Well,
and your
so that's
right?
what, so let's dive into this a little bit, Warren Sapp. Like, why alert the world?
I don't know. We didn't live in that social media world. The less you said, the better your chances were of this turning out well for you, because there's less people that know it. That's when a conspiracy starts. When 2 or 3 people get together and come up with a wild plan.
Well,
when me, my agent, or my agent, me, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are negotiating,
right.
I left. I told Rosenhaus, here's the code to the house. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Because if the Bucs say something about me that I take personal, it's going to be a long time before I wash that off my back. So you leave. You take I always tell people whenever I do the Sapp in the lab, I take the emotion out. I'm just watching the game. I'm just watching the tape. Mm-hmm. I'm just watching technique. Mm-hmm. This ain't personal. Mm-hmm. That's what it is with a contract negotiations. Everybody saw the big year at the end. That's why they set up these rookie contracts. So now your representative and you have to be on board with the team. And then if they don't want to give you this, then find a nice, easy way for me to exit, put me somewhere where I have a little bit of say in it, and let's move on.
Right.
But don't do this foolishness, and now me and Rich got to sit here and speculate and hypothesize about you scrubbing your Instagram and all this foolishness. Not right.
Well, what ended up
I don't
happening,
think I would have followed the Bucs when I was on the team. Well, I mean, so there's nothing to talk about. I don't follow them. I work there.
So what ended up happening was on Super Sunday, Chris Mortensen tweeted out.
Yeah,
did you see that?
No.
Okay. See, he tweets out, the odd vibe between the Cardinals and Kyler Murray is indeed alarming. Murray is described as self-centered, immature, and finger-pointed per sources. Murray is frustrated with franchise that was embarrassed by playoff loss to Rams and thinks he's being framed as the scapegoat. And then he asks, where's it headed? Despite the acrimony, the Cardinals expect things to calm down, and Murray is their QB. I mean, he's under contract unless he demands out, right? The select veterans, here's the one. Select veterans hope to reach Murray on how he handles adversity better. Kingsbury also self-scouting where he could provide better alternatives for the QB. If you're a veteran on the team, I mean, what do you think that means, that giving him advice on how to handle things better? What do you think that means?
Boy, there's 3 things in the locker room you don't discuss. Your wife, your children, and money. I ain't got nothing to do with your contract, Kyler. You got to handle that on your own, son. You come in here, do your job, I'm going to do mine. We're going to pull together, and everyone achieves more in a team situation.
What if the handling things better means in the adversity of a game? Handling things?
Hey, you're a grown man. It's time to step up. This is a professional league. You know, they get a check too. Sometimes they're better than you. Sometimes we didn't execute. But like I said, Rich, that last playoff game, it didn't look like an NFL quarterback to me. Something was really, really off.
So what could that have been?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was some negotiation that they were talking about. They were going to settle up because they did start off hot.
They
started off hot. And then probably your agent is calling and like, let's go and finish this thing before it gets too crazy. And now the number is way out of, astronomical.
So it's money. You think it's
got to be the contract. Because that's the security in which we all want to go to work with, right? Mm-hmm. And put yourself on the line. How much do you love me? Where the money at?
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.